Alright guys, this video is called Does Your Class Really Suck? And I'm not pointing any fingers at any classes, so there's no reason for you to get upset. I'm doing my best to say this out equally, so I hope you guys have your open minds and you have to understand what I'm gonna say. Like, it might sound harsh or bad, it depends on how you take it on, but I'm not trying to get anyone like angry. So here it is. A lot of YouTubers, they complain about their class, and I understand that your class is bad, but when it comes to a point where the player is like 1800 rated or 1500 rated or has no rated and they're complaining, then I want to say, like, you don't even play hardcore PvP and you're complaining like this. If you're up there and you're complaining, then I understand, but if you're in like the bottom tier, then you need to work on your game, because I know a ton of people who plays a C rank class. So let's say A class is the best and there's B class and C class. So there's people that play C class and they can pull it off really good. Like, let's take a look at Arena Mid. For people who's wondering what this site is, it's same thing as Armory but better. So I'm gonna show you guys for any class, like any class. I'm not pointing out any fingers. So for example, alright, say Warrior. People complain about Warrior, okay? I'm just saying Warrior. I could say Hunter, Rogue, I could say anything, but I'm just gonna say Warrior. So people complain about Warrior, let's see Warrior. Highest is 29 and 28. So they're up here, they're viable. Now let's check Paladin. Paladin, you see Holy Pally at 3k, 3k red, 3k red. So Pallies are viable too. Let's see Hunter now. 3k Hunter, 2700 Marksman. See, this will be like a C class. He's still pulling off. He's one of those. So there's 3k Rogue, 2900 Rogue, 2800 Rogue. There's even an Outlaw Rogue. See, this is a C rank. He's still pulling it off. Fantastic, dude. Every spec you can get up there. It's just depending on what comp you play is where you end up at. Because in World of Warcraft, it's all about what comp you play and knowing the strategies of the comp. Like, some people, they have the right comp, but they're not playing the right setup. Like, they're not using CC and cooldowns at the right time. So you have to pick that up and then you could push. Like, that's the most common thing. I see people playing the right comp, but they're not playing it right. And that's where they start complaining that their class sucks. You also gotta keep in mind that WoW is like rock paper scissors, and there's some comps you'll be able to beat and some comps you won't be able to beat. Right now I play red DK Mistweaver around 2700 MMR, and whenever we meet Wizard Cleaves, it's really tough for us. 70% we lose, 30% we can win, but Wizard Cleaves are super hard, but melee Cleaves is much easier for us. So it's like that. So I guess at the end of the day, I just wanted to show you guys that every class can be viable in Arena and can reach a certain rating. Like, every class is viable, but these people are saying, why would I stay Marks when Survival does a lot more damage and swap over to Survival? It's like DK2. You could play both Unholy and Frost, but they're like, oh, Frost does more damage, why would I stay Unholy? But in reality, there are still really good Unholy players. So it's like that. It's like mages too. Once people start seeing, oh dude, this guy Glacial Spike like one shots, I'm gonna swap over to Frost Mage from Fire Mage. Like, it works like that for warriors too. It's like Arms is more stronger, why would I play Fury, and then they play Arms. But there's still one of those C class rockers like this guy and still plays Fury. 2500. That's like higher than standard YouTubers, you know. So yeah guys, I hope I got my point across. It depends though. It's like, are you a casual PvPer who just likes to do BG and arenas, or are you a hardcore 3v3 arena or rated battleground people? Like, depending on that, you choose your class. If you're just like doing BGs, I don't recommend classes that don't have self heals like warriors. Or you can have fun and play warrior, but like classes like warriors and demon hunters, they work the best with healers. Same thing for like DK. Like other classes, of course they're good at healer too, but they have some self heals like reds or rogues. Rogue squishy, you guys gonna scream at me. Rogue squishy, but you guys got vanish and you guys can heal. Or like mages, blink, heal, and ice block. Like every class, they have some sort of heal. But like for example, it was an example, so calm down. Like warriors, they don't have healing. Only when they kill with victory rush. Or if you're a fury warrior, you can heal. So yeah. Not a fun video. I know I don't make like this type of video, but I just wanted to show you guys that every class in the game is viable. So you could still play your class. It's just, do you want to play a stronger spec is the question. So every class is viable. It just depends on spec. Like, are you gonna choose the stronger spec, or are you gonna suffer a little and play the C class spec? Like good players, they'll always be up here, no matter how bad their class is. So you can always play the same class and still get up there. Like I showed you guys, every class you could be up in the ladder. There is no class in this game that can't be high. Sure, it'll be harder for some classes, but I showed you guys, every class can be up around 3,000 to 2,800, and that's not an easy number. That is not an easy number. You choose. Are you gonna be a whiner, or are you gonna be one of those few that actually push up there, that actually tries even though your class sucks? Like, that's what I want to see. People that work hard and get up there.